Every 40 seconds, someone suffers a stroke. But what if I told you that one of the biggest triggers might be sitting quietly, right in your bathroom? Welcome to Healthy Life Keys, where aging well means living wisely. With over 30 years in geriatric care, I've seen the silent patterns that most people miss. Here's a shocking truth. One everyday habit, something you likely do without a second thought, may be raising your stroke risk by up to 300%. Is it the way you sit, the way you breathe, or something you've been told is completely harmless? Stick with me, because habit 7 is so common. Nearly every senior does it, and it could spike your blood pressure by 90 points in less than 10 minutes. Before we dive in, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Healthy Life Keys, and share it with someone over 60. You could truly make a difference. Now let's uncover the first hidden habit and why it might be damaging your brain every single morning. 7. Rushing through morning urination. Here's a habit that feels routine, but may be silently raising your stroke risk every single morning. Have you ever finished using the toilet and rushed off thinking you were done? Many seniors do, but science shows that this quick exit might be doing more harm than good. When you leave residual urine in your bladder, your body doesn't relax. Instead, it activates your stress response system, the same one triggered during emergencies. Your arteries tighten, your heart works harder, and blood pressure begins to rise. According to the International Urology Journal, this can spike your systolic pressure by up to 30 millimeters of mercury. That's no small bump. It's enough to stress weakened arteries in the brain. Now here's where it gets more serious. After age 65, the muscle responsible for pushing urine out, called the detrusor, can lose nearly half its strength. That means even when you feel finished, your bladder might still be holding on to more than you think. Over time, this puts extra strain on your kidneys and activates hormone systems that speed up arterial aging. What can you do? After your morning urination, pause for 10 seconds, then try to go again. This simple practice, known as double voiding, can cut bladder pressure by more than half. And for men with prostate issues or women post-menopause, medical support like pelvic therapy or medications may help too. So let me ask you, do you truly finish, or do you simply walk away too soon? Let's now take a closer look at what your toothbrush might be telling us about your arteries. 6. Brushing only once a day, or skipping nighttime oral care. Let's be honest, brushing your teeth at night is something many people skip. You're tired, ready for bed, and it just seems like one small thing. But this habit can quietly put your heart and brain at risk. At night, your body slows down, and so does saliva production. That dry mouth becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. If there's plaque still clinging to your teeth, those germs find tiny cuts in your gums and slip into your bloodstream. Now here's the part that matters most. Over half of adults over 65 already have gum disease or gingivitis. And according to the University of South Carolina, seniors who brush only once a day face a 70% higher risk of stroke. That's not just about cavities, it's about inflammation inside your arteries. A 2019 study in Stroke, the Journal of the American Heart Association, found that people with gum disease were twice as likely to suffer a stroke, even when other risk factors like smoking or high blood pressure were considered. But you can fight back with a simple routine. Brush twice daily, especially at night. Use a soft, bristled toothbrush and a toothpaste with stannous fluoride. Floss every day. And don't forget to clean your tongue with a scraper. It removes harmful bacteria left behind by brushing alone. So let me ask you, do you treat brushing as just dental hygiene, or as a small daily step to protect your brain? Up next, we'll look at how early morning dehydration creates the perfect storm for stroke risk. 5. Using the toilet while dehydrated in the morning. Here's a habit most folks don't think twice about, but it might be setting your brain up for trouble before your day even begins. You wake up, shuffle to the bathroom, and relieve yourself. It feels routine. But did you know that urinating while dehydrated, especially in the early morning, can quietly raise your stroke risk? You've just gone 6 to 8 hours without drinking. Overnight, your body loses water through breathing, sweating, and even light urination. That means your blood is thicker, your arteries are tighter, and your heart is working overtime just to keep things moving. When you suddenly stand up and strain to urinate in that state, it can reduce blood flow to your brain, sometimes drastically. A major study in The Lancet found that stroke risk is highest in the early morning hours, and dehydration plays a key role. Low blood volume reduces cerebral perfusion, which means your brain gets less oxygen. For seniors, this can trigger dizziness, blackouts, or even a full ischemic stroke. What can you do? Start simple. Keep a glass of water by your bed. Drink 300 to 500 milliliters before you even stand. Sit down while urinating. Don't rush or strain. And if you ever feel faint, dizzy, or hear ringing in your ears, do not ignore it. That's your brain signaling distress. Let me ask you, do you start your mornings with hydration or with a hidden hazard? Coming up next, we'll explore why your hot morning shower might be doing more harm than good. 4. Taking long hot showers without cooling down. We all love a long hot shower, especially on chilly mornings. It relaxes the muscles, eases stiff joints, and starts the day with comfort. But for older adults, skipping the final step, a brief cool down, could quietly increase the risk of stroke. Here's what happens. Hot water causes your blood vessels to expand. That's called vasodilation. It lowers your blood pressure, sometimes by as much as 20 millimeters of mercury, according to the Journal of Applied Physiology. Sounds good, right? Not quite. Because the moment you step into cooler air, your vessels constrict fast. That sudden rebound, known as vasoconstriction, can push blood pressure back up in an unpredictable surge. And if your arteries are already stiff or partially blocked, that pressure swing puts real strain on the vessel walls. A Finnish study found that older adults who regularly skipped the cooling phase after hot showers were nearly twice as likely to experience a stroke, especially in the early morning. How can you protect yourself? End your shower with 30 seconds of lukewarm or cool water. This gentle transition helps regulate blood flow. Also, keep your legs moving under the water, shifting your weight, or lifting your heels to avoid blood pooling. And always listen to your body. Feeling faint or dizzy? Sit down. Do not push through. So ask yourself, do your showers end in calm or in cardiovascular chaos? Coming up next, we'll look at a surprising danger that begins when you strain on the toilet. 3. Straining during bowel movements. Constipation isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. For adults over 65, over 40% struggle with chronic constipation. And when relief doesn't come easily, straining becomes part of the routine. But here's what many don't know, that forceful push may be setting off a silent storm inside your body. Straining during bowel movements activates the Valsalva maneuver, holding your breath and bearing down. It's a natural response, but in seniors, it can be risky. This maneuver causes pressure inside the chest to spike, reducing blood return to the heart. When you release, blood pressure surges, sometimes by 50 millimeters of mercury or more. According to Stroke, the Medical Journal of the American Heart Association, this sudden pressure swing can increase the risk of a brain bleed by over 300%. And if your arteries are already fragile from age or plaque buildup, one hard push might be all it takes to rupture a vessel. But there's good news. This is preventable. Raise your feet on a stool when you sit on the toilet. This simple shift straightens your colon and makes passing stool easier. Stay hydrated with 1.5 to 2 liters of water each day, and add fiber-rich foods like oats, prunes, or chia seeds. A short walk in the morning, just 10 minutes, can help move things along naturally. So let me ask, are you straining, or are you setting your body up to succeed? Coming up next, we'll look at how scrolling your phone while sitting on the toilet could be silently affecting your brain. 2. Sitting too long on the toilet while using your phone. What starts as a quick check of the news or a glance at messages can turn into 10, even 15 minutes on the toilet without you noticing. But for older adults, this quiet habit may be more harmful than it seems. When you sit for too long, especially in a bent position with knees raised and abdomen compressed, blood flow from the lower body slows. That means less oxygen-rich blood makes it to the brain. A study published in Neuroepidemiology found that older adults sitting in one position for more than 15 minutes experienced up to a 17% drop in cerebral blood flow. Now add in your smartphone. Just 10 minutes of scrolling activates the sympathetic nervous system. According to Frontiers in Psychology, this raises blood pressure by up to 15%, tightens blood vessels, and puts the body into a mild state of stress, even if you feel relaxed. Together, poor posture and mental stimulation create a stroke-prone combination. Elevated pressure, decreased oxygen, and constricted arteries, all while you're just sitting still. Here's how to break the cycle. Leave your phone outside the bathroom. Set a 5 to 7 minute limit. Afterward, stand, stretch, and walk around for 2 to 3 minutes to restore circulation. Research in Age and Aging shows this simple act can reduce stroke markers by over 30%. So tell me, do you linger on the toilet longer than you should? Coming up, we'll explore the most overlooked yet deadliest habit of all: holding your breath while standing or straining. 1. Holding your breath while straining or standing up. It's something we all do without thinking, whether you're wiping, reaching, or rising from the toilet. You brace. You hold your breath. And in that moment, your body is caught in a dangerous physiological loop. For older adults, this habit could quietly push your brain past its breaking point. What's really happening? You're activating the Valsalva maneuver. That's when you bear down or stand while holding your breath. It traps pressure inside your chest, cutting blood flow to your heart. That drop reduces oxygen reaching the brain. Then, as you release the breath, your blood pressure spikes fast. A study in clinical cardiology found that systolic pressure can surge by up to 90 millimeters of mercury in just seconds. Now imagine that kind of pressure in aging arteries, already narrowed or weakened by time. One sharp rise, and a vessel could rupture. Add in orthostatic hypotension, a common condition where blood pressure drops when you stand, and you have the perfect storm for a stroke. So what can you do? Inhale before you move, then exhale slowly as you rise. Take your time. Stand in stages. Place your hands on your thighs or use grab bars if needed. According to the American Stroke Association, seniors who rise slowly and breathe deliberately reduce stroke risk during movement by over 60%. Let me ask you, are you holding your breath when your body needs you to breathe the most? Your next step could be your safest one yet. These 7 everyday habits may seem harmless, but for older adults, they can quietly raise the risk of stroke right from the most routine part of your day. At Healthy Life Keys, we believe that aging doesn't mean giving up control. It means getting smarter about the little things. And your bathroom routine? It matters more than most people realize. From rushing your morning urination to holding your breath as you stand, each habit affects critical systems: your blood pressure, brain oxygen, and artery health. The good news? Small changes, practiced daily, can make a big difference. So let me ask you, have you noticed any of these habits in your daily life? Have you ever felt dizzy, faint, or lightheaded in the bathroom? If so, please share your experience in the comments. You never know who you might help by opening up. Thank you for spending your time with us today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and most importantly, subscribe to Healthy Life Keys for more science-backed tips to help you stay sharp, strong, and safe. Stay well, and remember, even small habits can lead to lifelong protection. We'll see you in the next video.